Nativity scenes are a well-known part of the Christmas tradition. But what is perhaps less well-known is the very first nativity scene was created by a greatly beloved Italian saint nearly 1,000 years ago. Our Vatican correspondent Juliet Linley takes us on a trip to the tiny Italian town where it all began.
Located in the mountainous heart of Italy, the town of Greccio, once a medieval castle, dates back to the 10th century. Its ties to Christmas were forged in the 13th century when a holy friar named Francis, known as the Poor Man of Assisi, passed through this valley on his way back from the Holy Land. Father Domenico, a local Franciscan friar, tells us St. Francis was struck by the breathtaking beauty of the countryside, which reminded him of Bethlehem.
Francesco aveva un desiderio, il desiderio di...
Francis had one dream, he says, to relive with his own eyes what baby Jesus suffered for humanity. And this dream came true on Christmas Eve when he asked his friend Giovanni, the owner of the castle, to prepare what was needed to create a creche. And so, in some nearby caves, Francis of Assisi created the world's first nativity scene. And since then, every Christmas, the town's residents relive the first Christmas. Even Antonio, the town mayor, takes center stage. The mayor telling us the Christmas story is part of Greccio's history and something that unites everyone here. Today, the live nativity includes local characters like St. Francis himself, played by 43-year-old Deputy Mayor Federico, who has been a part of the living creche since early childhood. My name is Federico, and in the nativity scene I play St. Francis. I've been representing Francis for 8 years, he tells us, and I've been taking part since I was 6. His friend Natalino has been taking part for 8 years and plays a wealthy onlooker. He calls it a great experience and is delighted to be part of Greccio's historic connection to the birth of Christ.
Pope Francis came to Greccio last year during the Christmas season, and it was a surprise, private visit, but one that was steeped in symbolism. The Franciscan-inspired pontiff visiting the very spot in which the first creche was brought to life by none other than his very own namesake. In Rome, Juliet Linley, EWTN News Nightly.
What an awesome story. Thank you, Juliet, for bringing us that story at the end of this Christmas season. And that wraps up our show for the week. We'll be back Monday with more news from a Catholic perspective. For the entire EWTN News Nightly team, I'm Jason Calvi. Good night and God bless.